Hello everyone, welcome to Aura Amy Yoga. My name is Amy, and this is going to be a Forest-Biome inspired yoga class where we will be taking the shapes of some forest animals. So whenever you're ready, please join me in a seated position and begin to bring some attention to your breath. Start by taking slow inhales through the nose and exhaling with an open mouth. Maybe you flutter your eyes closed. I'd like to offer that everything we talk about in today's class is a suggestion, and at any point you can always return to a child's pose or a seated position. We're going to inhale through the nose for 3, 2, 1, hold at the top, and exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top, and exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top, and exhale for 3, 2, 1. All right, begin to breathe at your own pace. Find yourself in a butterfly position with the bottoms of your feet touching together. And we're going to inhale and lengthen through the spine, extending the crown of your head towards the sky. And exhale, hinging at the hips, fold over your feet. Maybe you grab your feet for support, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Stay here with your breath, feeling your lungs expand with each inhale. And your lungs contract with each exhale. On your next inhale, slowly roll your spine up to standing again. And begin to bring some circles into your wrists, warming up your hands and your wrists. This is my dog, Charlie. He will be here with us for as long as he'd like today. Bring some larger movements into your wrists, extending your arms out to the side. And on your next inhale, plant your hands towards the top of your mat and come onto all fours. So in this tabletop position, we want to make sure that our knees are directly under our hips and our wrists are directly under our shoulders. We're going to drop the belly and gaze up and take a deep breath in for a cow pose. And as you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin in for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up, cow. And exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine for cat. Follow this at your own pace, cueing your movement with your breath, making sure to articulate every vertebrae of your spine, from the very top of your head to the very bottom of your pelvis. Take one more cat and cow, and I'll meet you in a neutral tabletop pose. When you're ready, with a neutral spine, we're going to inhale, pick up the left hand, reaching it towards the sky, gaze follows. And exhale, thread your needle, planting the back of your left hand on the ground and bringing your shoulder and your left temple resting on your mat. Stay breathing here, stretching into the left shoulder. Option to pick up the right hand and extend your arm out, placing it at the top of your mat. And just sink into this stretch. Place your right hand back towards your face if you have moved it. And on your next inhale, push yourself back up to standing, placing your left hand back on the mat. On your next inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky, filling all the way up. Before exhaling, threading the needle, placing the back of the right hand on the ground, resting your shoulder and your temple as well. Option to pick up the left hand and place it towards the top of your mat. Return your left hand if you've moved it, and on your next inhale, push yourself back up to a tabletop position. We're going to go through our transition that we will take today. So starting with the simplest form of the transition, you're going to find a modified plank with your knees down. On your inhale, leaning over your hands, and exhale, slowly lower all the way onto the ground. Inhale, pick your chest up off the ground, pushing through your pelvis, pushing through the tops of your feet for baby cobra. And exhale, tuck your chin, push yourself up through a modified plank, tuck your toes underneath you, and lift up for a downward facing dog. So that is our modified version. For the full chaturanga, you have the option to take it, or you have the option to stay in the modified pose, or you can skip it. But for the full chaturanga, what it looks like is a full plank. Inhale, shifting over your hands. Exhale, dropping all the way onto the ground, pushing through the tops of your feet. Push through your hands. Inhale for up dog. And exhale, tuck your chin, rolling over the tops of your feet, and find a downward dog. To begin our first flow, inhale and pick up your right foot, reaching towards the sky for a three-legged dog. And exhale, plant your right foot on the outside of your right hand for a lizard pose. Stay here with your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Our right foot is on the edge of our mat here. An option to lean over onto the knife edge of your right foot. Option to drop your left knee onto the mat for a modified lizard. And really try to release any tension you're holding in your hips here, sinking your hips closer to your mat. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, place your right foot to meet your left. Drop your knees onto the ground to make a tabletop position. Tuck your toes underneath you, and inhale, push yourself up, slightly hovering your knees over your mat for a bear pose. Engage your core by knitting your belly button into your spine. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly drop your knees back onto your mat. Step your feet back into a plank and find your chaturanga transition here or skip it. I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. Inhale, pick your left foot up off the ground, reaching towards the sky. And exhale, plant your left foot on the outside of your left hand for a lizard pose. Option to lean your left foot onto the knife edge of your foot to increase the intensity of the stretch. And just stay here with your breath. releasing any tension you may be holding in your hips, letting your hips sink lower, closer to the mat. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, return your left foot to meet your right. On your next inhale, come to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes underneath you, and as you exhale, push your knees slightly over your mat for a bear pose. Engage your core here by knitting your belly button into your spine. And stay strong here, just like a bear walking on all fours through the forest. Feel your energy being pushed through all 10 of your fingers and all 10 of your toes. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly lower your knees onto your mat and find your chaturanga position here. I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. From your downward dog, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog, and exhale, plant the right foot in between the hands. Step the left foot to meet the right, and find a forward fold, letting your head hang low. Feel the backs of your legs begin to open up. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows and you find a gentle sway. When you're ready, let go of your elbows if you have them. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing. We're going to shift our weight into our left foot and pick your right foot up off the ground. We're going to make a tree pose here, so placing the bottom of your right foot either on your ankle, on your calf, or up into your upper thigh. Wherever you feel comfortable. And inhale and reach your arms towards the sky, extending your branches into the air for tree pose. Option to close your eyes to invite a balance challenge. Or with your eyes open, maybe you find a gentle sway with your arms, just like the wind is blowing over your branches. Inhale, reaching your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shifting over your left foot. Plant your right foot towards the back of your mat at 90 degrees. Arms come out to a T for warrior 2. Here our front leg is bent and our back leg is straight. Gaze over your left middle finger. Find your breath here. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. And on your next inhale, drop your left forearm onto your left knee, reaching your right arm up towards the sky for a side angle. Option to take extended side angle by reaching your right arm at a diagonal. Really stretching into your right side body here. On your next inhale, gently lift your left forearm off your knee and sweep your hands towards the ground, adjusting the left foot to face forward. Find a wide-legged forward fold here. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows. Maybe you find a gentle sway, or maybe you invite some stillness. On your next inhale, plant your hands on the mat, walk yourself to frame the left foot, step the right foot to meet the left, and slowly roll up to a standing pose. We're going to inhale, pick up the right foot off the ground and fold it over the left leg, either resting the right foot on the ground or wrapping the right foot behind the calf. Wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. And here we're going to pick up the right arm over the left and either grabbing for the behind of the shoulders or for full eagle arms, we're going to wrap the left fingertips into the right palm. Can you raise your elbows slightly closer to your face for an eagle pose? Take one breath in, grow an inch taller, and exhale, release your hands, release your legs, wiggle it out a little bit. Inhale, reaching towards the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands on the mat, step the feet back, and find your chaturanga transition here. I'll meet you in a downward dog. When you're ready, inhale, pick up the left foot, and exhale, plant the left foot in between the hands, bring the right foot to meet the left, and find a forward fold. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows, stretching into the backs of the legs. Release your elbows if you have them and slowly roll up to standing. Take a deep breath in as you go up. And here we're going to shift our weight into our right foot and pick up the left foot. Same as the other side on the tree pose. Either find your left foot on your ankle, on your calf, or in your inner thigh. Wherever you are today is exactly where you're meant to be. Inhale, bring the arms towards the sky, extending your branches into the air. Feeling grounded through that right foot, just like the tree, supported by its strong trunk. Maybe you close your eyes for a balance challenge, or with your eyes open, maybe you find a gentle sway, just like wind blowing through your branches. On your next inhale, drop the left foot, reaching your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat, coming to a warrior two. Arms come out to a T. Gaze over your right middle finger. Here we have a bend in the right leg, and our left leg is straight. Our left foot is out at 90 degrees. Stay here with your breath, feeling grounded through the 2 feet here. On your next inhale, drop your right forearm onto your right knee, reaching your left arm up towards the sky. Option for extended side angle, reaching the left arm at more of a diagonal. Take a deep breath in, stretching into that left side body. And on your next inhale, shifting your weight out of your right forearm, sweep the arms to the ground, turning the right foot to face the front for a wide angle forward fold. Letting your head hang low. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows and find a gentle sway. And on your next inhale, plant your fingertips on the mat and walk them towards the front of your mat, framing your right foot. Inhale, step the left foot to meet the right, and slowly roll up to standing. Shifting your weight into your right foot, pick your left foot up off the ground, wrapping it over your leg, either dropping the foot onto the ground next to you or wrapping the foot behind your calf. And with your arms, we're bringing our left arm over our right and either grabbing for the backs of our shoulders or finding an eagle pose, wrapping the right fingertips around the left palm. On your inhale, can you bring your elbows up towards your face? Take a deep breath in, growing an inch taller. And exhale, release your hands, release your legs. Take a deep breath in, reaching towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on the mat, step back into a plank, and take your chaturanga transition here. Slowly drop onto your knees, come onto all fours. Extend your knees out as wide as they'd like to go. And slowly drop onto your forearms for a frog pose. Find a place where you feel a stretch in your inner thighs. Maybe you close your eyes here, bring your attention inward, and stay here with your breath as we're finding this deep hip opening stretch in a frog pose. Invitation to visualize yourself as a frog resting on a rock in a mossy forest. Maybe your skin is a little bit damp. Can you imagine what it's like to look through their big eyes on either side of their head? Maybe you plant your hands on the mat and imagine as if you have those very interesting frog hands. Take one deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your big toes in together and bring your knees in together. Shift your legs over to one side, come onto your back as slowly as you'd like. Inhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest, grabbing your knee with your hands. And as you exhale, shift your right knee over to the left side for a supine twist. Option to extend your right arm out in a cactus to the side. And maybe you keep your left hand planted on your right knee. Try to release any tension you may be holding in your hips here. Inhale and bring your right knee back in towards your chest. Give it a gentle squeeze. And exhale, let go of your right knee. Inhale, bring your left knee in towards your chest, grabbing it with your hands. And exhale, bring your left knee over to the right side. Maybe you cactus out your left arm. And maybe you keep your right hand rested on top of your left knee for a supine twist. On your next inhale, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Give it a gentle squeeze. And exhale, let your leg go long. Take a deep breath in, the deepest breath in that you've taken all day. And open mouth, exhale. Let your eyes flutter closed. We take our final form. a Shavasana. But first, I'd like you to bring some attention into your toes. Feeling your toes let go of any tension they may have been holding. And almost like a wave of relaxation, you feel the wave go over the arch of your foot, up over your ankles and into your calves, melting your calves as the wave travels over. And the wave reaches over your knees and into your thighs, up into your fingertips. And the wave travels over your belly button, softening every muscle as it goes. Up over your forearms and into your biceps. On your next breath in, you can feel the wave reaching into every inch of your lungs. And as you exhale, you push the wave closer to your chin. And then you feel the wave travel up into your chest, into your shoulders, up through your neck, until the wave reaches your jaw and you feel some tension let go in that area. The wave travels over your tongue and your tongue melts in your mouth. Until finally the wave travels over your eyes and they feel heavy, up over your brows, and you feel the space between your brows soften. Until finally the wave travels all the way over the crown of your head and you're left feeling completely relaxed. I'll leave you in this Shavasana and I'll let you know when it's time. You have the option to stay in this Shavasana as long as you'd like. With me, we're going to wiggle our toes and our fingers. Bring some larger movements into your hands and your legs until you feel ready enough to push yourself up into a seated position. Maybe you put your hands on top of your knees. And together we're going to take one deep breath in through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Exhale, open mouth for 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you.